Do you live in the neighborhood?
Yes.
Were you around for the flooding?
I was not.
You weren't around. It looks dry, right? It doesn't look too bad now. They said this area was flooded.
Yeah, that is how
Further up.
down there.
Cool.
drive back and I'll help you up. So she's like, yeah, it's so bad. I was trying to call everyone I can, calling CBOs. Is anybody okay willing to volunteer? And I have a lot of people that are like, yes, sis, we're going to volunteer. We can volunteer from noon to the date. So I was like, okay. But my phone would non-stop ring. And then I'm like, okay, tonight I'm not going to deal with anything but look who can volunteer and then figure out a date altogether. So, and this is just this little part. I still have to figure like Flushing and Whitestone now that they're talking, and Woodside and
crazy. Well, this neighborhood looks like it hasn't changed much over the years.
yeah.
You get a lot of places that just put up these 9-story buildings. Houses like this.
Well, that's what happened over at Woodside. They were saying that they're like, you know, and look what happened. They were fixing the park across, and nobody was telling them anything. They were playing with pipes and stuff like that, and but man, a lady there ended up getting E. coli and norovirus because of the water. So she ended up getting hospitalized. Thank you for coming.
Well, if you need us for anything else, just
Yeah, if you can get some like gloves and black bags, let me know. You know, I'd appreciate that. So they would.
I'm gonna call my last man now and have them call out to them.
They said they came, but everybody was like calling
nice day. Huh?
Huh?
It's a beautiful day.
Yeah, it is.
Hard to believe that just a couple of days ago it was flooding in this area.
Yeah.
Are you guys here for the flooding?
We're here to give out information about how to seek for help for the floods.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
These are the houses that got damaged.
Yes, sir. There are a few of them.
Man, it doesn't look like there was flooding here, right?
Yeah, but I mean, those are all that happened inside the buildings, houses.
How did they get flooded? Was it from the street?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I believe that it was because of the sewage.
Sewage.
Yeah, sewage backup.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Sewage backing up.
Yeah, that's what.
Man, in a pandemic, they should have the Department of Health should be out here.
I mean, they should be around the area.
Yeah, it looks dry. All right, man. Have a good one. for free?
What?
Are the bags for free?
Yeah, I think so.
Is the bags for free?
So they're only for our community because we lost everything. So we all lost our basements and everything. So I'm going around and giving them specifically just to my neighbors.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. If we have extra,
No,
go
no, no.
back here.
I was just wondering. I wanted to see
So
what.
if you'd like to come by later, whatever I have extra, you can take. But for right now, I'm just making
So
sure
what?
that I
How
have
was it?
enough.
How was it this for the flood? What happened?
Oh no, we were completely covered.
Was the street flooded at all?
Of course, yeah. I lost my car completely, total damage. My car was floating away.
Because I went to other areas in Queens and they weren't affected. Was it just this area?
Yeah, mainly us. A few houses down there, but mainly us. Yeah. So I'm just getting what I can to donate to people.
What's up, miss?
Working, man. Working since the moment I wake up.
Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Excuse me. Hello. Can you tell me what it was like, the flooding? Was the streets flooded at all?
Yes, it was a river. It started about 9:30, and we looked out, and the front door caved in. The cottage though was first. They just opened it in. It started. It was full of water. We back down was out and the whole basement was like about 6 feet. It's still messed up in the rest of the floor.
Someone down there told me that the sewer backed up.
Well, it was the rain. The rain. You saw it on the news. The rain is coming down 3-4 inches every hour. And our drainage couldn't handle it, so it flooded the basement. Into the garage, but through my steel door into my basement.
But did you have a sewage problem backing up? How are you?
And now it's water coming in the river. And anybody trying to drive down the block was causing waves down there. See the walls? Yeah, it was all our walls out. We already did it yesterday.
What was that?
We had to take out the list and put it back to the city box. It's old, it's set in our basement. And we already got all that out of here. We got more to go out. We've been working on it since Thursday. Grandkids, my daughter came up from North Carolina to help us because it's just me and my husband. The seniors. Right upstairs is fine, we just went into the lower level, but it's a one-family house. You know, built that, just storage and a washing machine. But I lost my washing machine, my fire. And anything that was down there in closets. Because I had a refrigerator and had closets with clothes, receipts, so binoculars, cameras, my husband's certificates from college, mine, family pictures, all this kind of stuff. And groceries.
Was this the first time it flooded? Was this the first time you had flooding in this area?
We had plenty once before, but only in the garage.
Okay.
I'm here 58 years. That was my first water in my basement. First time ever. You know,
All right.
My mom's house, mine, and my daughter. First time we had water in the basement. And it was so high because you could tell from the closet and the locks on the pegboards.
All right, well, good luck. Take care.
What?
any other area in Queens that is like this? No? Okay. All right, thank you. Hello. The guy in the truck told me that the sewage backed up.
Yeah.
Thank God. Did the Department of Health come around at all?
Where are you from? Where are you from? Just a, where are you?
Manhattan.
Manhattan?
Yeah. I'm not the media.
Oh, just curious.
Yeah, he told me the sewage backed up. I'm surprised they don't have Department of Health people.
They might have come already. I don't know. There's a lot of people here. They could have been here. Who knows?
So this water is probably contaminated.
Oh, geez,
I
look
would
at
say,
that.
I would say probably yeah.
For sure. It's supposed to rain tonight.
Enjoy your evening.
You too.
It's supposed to rain tonight.
You're not worried about that water?
Yeah, of course.
It's raining, no? Maybe it was raining.
Yeah, but it probably has COVID virus in that.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Take care. Have a good
Very
one.
concerned about that. Bacteria is going
Yeah,
on.
if that probably has COVID-19 in it,
I
right?
don't know, but we're trying to be safe.
Know anybody needs bricks? Tell them to come by.
How are you? Were you affected really badly by the flood?
Yes, yes.
Is this the first time it flooded in this area? No, it always floods?
Yes. But not as this one, this time.
This was bad.
It was the bad one, the wicked one.
Is there anywhere else in Queens that had it this bad?
Not this bad, but it's, I think it's in some areas in Queens also they have problems.
I'm well, how are you?
Not flooded like
I'm
here,
good,
you know?
thanks. I'm driving.
Dice que tiene sed. Hay que tomárselo, a quitarse el estrés. Oye, vinieron ahí los amigos suyos, señor. Le di 40 pesitos porque está en 10 minutos con el gordito. I'm sorry.
No problem.
¿Cómo va el trabajo?
Ya yo hice lo que estaba difícil ya. Lo hice con la máquina.
¿Le sirvió la máquina?
Le sirvió la máquina.
The guy, the military guy, told me that the sewage backed up.
Yeah,
And you're not worried about that?
of course we will.
Because look, this could have sewage water in it, right?
Yeah, yeah. We have a big problem.
Madre,
Everything was lost.
ahí el señor de ahí,
Everything
yo le
in
invité
the
una
basement.
cerveza. Le dije que
We
viniera.
we're gonna save anything.
A los dos, a los dos.
This is the side. The water went inside. Yes. Inside the house.
Okay. That's the watermark.
The water line,
Yeah.
sometimes it was higher than that in some areas. So that was the lowest line.
So
it was
it's-
flooded very, very bad.
Yo lo quiero ver para otra, lo quiero ver para otras cosas también.
So the big problem was drainage, right? The drains didn't contain the water.
Pero dígale que lo quiero
The
ver.
drains, right.
Most of the problem was that. We always have problems. We get nervous when there's a storm coming. I mean, we're going to have rain, big storms, and we get nervous because it happens very often.
All right. But
Get
maybe
flooded here.
maybe if the drains were
The
working.
city can take this and fix this problem, but they don't want to do it.
Yeah, if they had
They
fixed
have
the
the machines
drains.
to fix it. We don't have the machine. This is the community driveway, but it, we suffer a lot with this problem. And this is not a little job. The house.
Everybody has flags up.
Everybody.
So you guys knew
This tree,
that
the other tree. but not as bad as this.
you knew that the president was coming, right? They told
Like by the end of the week.
you. Yeah, last week.
Yeah, they didn't say until the last day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. This is the only area that I see real damage.
Well, you see all the garbage piling up.
Yeah.
That's every day in both sides. Because they have to knock down all the basement sheetrock and the walls and start all over again. Anew. I hope
Well, Biden
can
saw
help
it,
us.
so
I hope they can do something for us.
he was here, right? He was on this alley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Came back. Say hello and shake hands.
All right. Good luck. Take care.
Thank you.
Hello. work in the area?
Not work in the area, no.
I'm looking to see flood damage.
Huh?
Flood damage. Flood.
Flood damage?
Yeah.
And what you looking for flood damage?
Yeah, she take pictures.
Oh, you're a photographer?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't know. Probably ask the gentleman that's here. Yeah, I'm from the Bronx. I'll show you flood damage from the Bronx.
Where in the Bronx?
Oh, shit. You gotta take the highways. Take the 95.
Boston Post Road.
Boston Post Road, but it's like the highways morally is you can see all the cars, the debris, everything. You know.
Pretty high up. I know the Bronx a little.
So from 241st
Yeah.
to Don Hill, that shit that was looking crazy.
I'll check it out. Thank you, man.
Crazy. I don't know about and then the Deegan was looking crazy too. You know the Deegan, right?
I'm familiar with the bike roads, but I'll find it. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Hi, how are you? Was it flooded in this area at all?
The hell yeah. I mean, yeah.
The parking lot?
Not too much of a multi-variant down here.
Around here?
Yeah.
So that street, it looks like the worst. The street, 88th Street? Alright, was it the first time you saw flooding in this area?
Yeah, that's first time I
First time.
For 12 years.
Okay. Alright, thank you, man.
Because you know the situation, right?
Excuse me. Excuse me. Did you guys have flooding inside here? No?
Not that I know of.
Oh, okay.
But you have to speak to like the manager.
Yeah.
Huh?
You said a manager?
Yeah, you have to speak to the manager.
You're wrong here?
Manager is inside here.
Thank you. Hey man, I'm just trying to see, did you guys get flooding inside? No. Only down the hill? Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you. Excuse me. Do you mind if I photograph the damage? I'll stay on the sidewalk. Thank you.
You want us to close our garage doors? Because that's what got damaged. The rest of the stuff's already picked up.
Or
The garage, all of them got bent. Water.
I could see it, yeah. Yes.
Are you from the news?
No. This is history, so I just want to record it.
Yo voy a hacer cosas para cada casa, todavía no he terminado, ya voy a terminar este cuadro y seguir con las otras. Tengo una pregunta. Ya, y el barriendo.
Ay, ¿qué le dijeron? ¿Te van a dar uno nuevo? ¿Un carro nuevo? Oh, Tom.
Hi. Did the flood go up past the basement? Did the water go up past the basement? Or
Not
was it
here.
just the
I had the
basement?
water up to that high, about 4 foot.
In the basement?
Yeah, about 4.5 feet. Everything backed up.
In the basement?
Yeah.
But it didn't go up to the first floor, right?
Not here. And across the street it did.
This-
Across the street it
Yeah.
went up to the into the living room,
Okay.
all the way down.
Did you guys have flooding problems before this storm? No?
I've lived here since 1974. The most I've had has been 2 inches. And it didn't get past, it got into the garage and out past the garage. Never had a back flood. Never had a reversal of sewage going in.
Sewage came in. Wow.
I mean, I had dirt in my backyard, earth, and I had leaves in there. Can't get in through the front and can't get in through the back.
So over there was worse.
Yeah, over there is horrible. In those common driveways that they had, a little baby was drowned.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And further down, I heard that
The baby died in this area?
Further down, a mother and child died.
I thought I was going to see like mud and stuff on the street.
You're not going to see anything. We've had sanitation going through here every day. And they've been cleaning every day.
Oh, so they open up the manholes?
Oh yeah, that Department of the Sewers came in and pumped out the manholes. They did that today. But as far as cleaning, we had the President of the United States was supposed to be in this area yesterday, and he was. So they cleared this whole area here. No cars allowed on the street.
Was that yesterday or today?
That was yesterday. No cars allowed on the street. Okay?
Excuse me.
So, let me finish.
Inside the car.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway,
Oh, I thought he came today. I didn't realize
no,
it was
that was yesterday. So they cleared the street, they put barriers up on both sides of the street, and then they had the street sweeper come in and clean the street, polish the street.
But shouldn't they leave the damage so he can see it?
Oh, no, it had to look good. Hey.
I mean, if he's coming to see the damage, why are you going to clean it?
Well, if you are a Democratic mayor, and you can wind up losing, excuse me, what? Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Anyway, he didn't want it looking that bad. You understand? No, the damage is in between the houses and the private houses. In the houses, but the streets have to look.
I was surprised that the street is so clean.
This is the mayor that we have, who's thinking he's going to run for governor. He's tackling this lady. He's got his whole crew ready. The president, the lady governor with her lieutenant governor, if they think they're going to be running for office and winning it, they got a big surprise. Because this guy down here is going to do a hatchet job on them like they never believe. There's no friends there. This guy has ambition, and he is ruthless, and he will do whatever he has to do to get ahead. I don't think he'll make it.
How are you?
He put himself up for president. Right? And then of course, some of the, that's a whole other issue, I don't even want to go into that. But this is his ambition. And so,
But anyway, this the fact that the president came in this area means it has to be the worst, right?
I don't know that it's the worst? Because the people across the avenue, horrible shape. But they weren't together. They weren't, you know, organized. People across the street yesterday had garbage all over the place. Now what you're seeing, the garbage you're seeing now came out today in the afternoon. In the morning, somebody came by to pick up the garbage. We had two different crews come by and pick up the garbage. If I showed you pictures of what my garbage looks like, this whole area up to here, right, and over, okay, was filled with stuff out of my basement. Let me tell you, this was, and I'm talking about Monday, it was like that. Meanwhile, I had been taking out what I could every day. And my neighbors, some of them, they had the stuff stacked up to here.
Well, let me share a story with you. On Sunday evening, the mayor and the governor, no, just the mayor, went to 54th and Roosevelt Avenue to a restaurant. The restaurant is called Adelida,
Okay.
a Mexican restaurant. And it was in the New York Post, you could still find it. He went in and he said the flood ravaged all the restaurants in that area.
Okay.
So I went on Monday, on Labor Day. I went to the very restaurant and it's pristine. And I went to all the businesses in that area and no one suffered from flooding. One guy said he had a leak, you know, like, so what do you make of that?
No. This is the kind
It was
of,
a
this is the
lie.
kind of politician that you have. He's a liar, been a liar, and he's very calculating person. He married a black woman, had 2 children. She's a lesbian. Made sure he covered that base, 2 bases, powerful bases. Goes to run for president, and the first thing, I'm the only one with a black child here. What's that telling you? I mean, hey, Jose, it's your child. I wouldn't, my child, you know. But he doesn't care. This is all planned out. This is all prep, and he's got very, very long-term planning. A lot of this progressive groups that we have in the that they have in the Democratic Party, they're part of his control. He's located people in that are going to get and support and get him votes. It's if you want to draw a parallel, you look at Adolf Hitler and his function, you really got to study that. Man, it's some chess game. It's some chess game. All the pawns are in place, all the, you know, and now out come the horses, and the bishops come crossing, and then the castles. And the queen is the last one to come out. She ain't coming out fast. Is that? It's
So somebody actually died on this block. That
a child died in the next block. You know, have you
this
seen?
is 88th Street, right?
This is 88, but you got to look at between 88th and 87th, that big alleyway.
Yeah.
that floods badly. And that water, like I said, went up to their living room.
But I went to that alley and the houses are in really horrible shape.
Oh yeah.
So,
Damage was unbelievable.
but I
They
mean,
say that that's where the president was. They say. He was back there. We didn't see him anyplace else. He didn't
or he
come
didn't
by.
come in this
No.
street, no. Yeah, I've been to that alley and it looks like a third world country. Which means even the road is all busted up.
Oh yeah.
So it means
Has been.
the infrastructure could not handle it.
The problem that's happening there, it is private property.
It is what?
Private property.
Okay.
So, two rows of the builder, 2 rows of houses with a common driveway. But instead of the common driveway being up, he dropped it so there'll be greater room for, you know, in those houses, you know, more actual living space. That driveway, that common driveway has a very, very small drain. Now they've been fighting over this thing for years. They've been flooding back there for years. You get a couple inches of rain, they're swimming. So what wind up happening is that I've been living here since 74, 75, okay? And it's been a constant situation. The only houses that are safe are the end houses because they're up on top, right? So now, we've had meetings and they had meetings and we had the block association and all everything else. Nobody can do anything. You guys are homeowners. You need to get together, put some money, and put a new drain in. It was bad enough when we had no Hispanics living over there with the exception of a handful. Now, you got a load of Hispanics and they're not letting us a dime. I'm for Puerto Rican and Spanish extraction, okay? So it is what it is. And my wife is Puerto Rican 100%. But the truth of the matter is, you know, they're not willing to let loose the money. And they really need somebody to get in there and really force them into a meeting and force them to face reality. You gotta come up with $1,000 a piece. And they run a sewer line. I mean a real sewer line. Because this isn't gonna make it. At least avoid a situation like this.
Well, the fact that the president came there, you know, he's pushing for bills to pass for climate change, right? Do you think that is warranted? That has nothing to do with climate change.
It does in a way, because I mean, I got to be honest with you. I'm not a fan of Biden. I wasn't a fan of Biden when he was Obama's vice president. I've never been a fan of Biden. I think he's another phony who's been ripping people off for years, and he's still doing it. The only thing decent about that person was his first wife and his daughter, and then his son, who died from the cancer that he got in Iraq. Okay. His other son is belongs in jail. Biden is a disaster. Kamala Harris, he turns around and gives her jobs. She never had to do anything. All she ever did was sit back there and nothing. She never had to negotiate. She never had to face somebody on a one-to-one basis to what kind of, even looking for a job. She comes from a very, very well-to-do family in California. If I'm not mistaken, she's part of George Harris's family.
They're saying.
George Harris was when I was in the Air Force, he was in the Air Force. And he was the American judo champ at the time. 6 foot goes to a throw that high. Fantastic person. Anyway, detracting. The point of the matter is this man comes by and he's right about climate change because things are getting worse. But nobody is facing certain realities. Item number 1. All the fires that we had in the Middle East, they burned the refineries and stuff. That affects the air. That affects the pollution. That affects the climate. If that isn't bad enough, look what's happening on the West Coast. Now, you cannot, because they went through this, if you do the history, you'll find that they have had more than one instances where people have been out there setting fires. People who are rebellious, people who are gone. You got a piece of property, I don't have it, the hell with you. Those fires are generating massive problems with the environment. A lot of people hated Trump. Trump turned around and said, listen, if we're going to be the only ones to do something with the environment, we're pulling out. Because India's doing nothing, China's doing nothing, Russia's doing nothing. And these are big countries, and they're generating a lot of, pollution. He says the only one stuck to the rules was him. So he pulled out. Whether that's the best thing to do or not the best thing to do, that depends on how you look at things and how you don't. But he should have been hammering in the news, and every time he got up there on his platform, those issues. Hey, listen, this is happening. And they keep polluting and they keep polluting. You want a loan? We just cut your money off. You know how that works. They don't do it.
So let me come back to the alley
Okay,
that he
I'm sorry.
came, right? The
I get on a
president.
soapbox once in a while.
It's all right. I would like to hear people talk. The fact that the president came to this alley that was in horrible shape because of infrastructure, which has nothing to do with the city.
Before he came, you had to see all the people down there driving pumps and stuff. City had people coming in to there was blockages in the line.
I don't understand it. If he came to see the damage, why are you cleaning it up? I don't want to use you as an example, but if somebody had a fire in their house and the insurance company is coming to see the damage, are you going to polish things up? You want to show them the worst of it, correct? So why are they pumping the water out? Why are they cleaning the streets?
Because they want to leave
and the press is coming. You want to see damage. You don't want to hide it.
But they want to see a type of damage, not another type of damage. Nothing they can kick back to them. Nothing they can say,
to say
oh, the
you
drainage
dropped the
was
ball.
screwed
Right.
in. That nothing they can turn around, and that job that's happening with Con Edison on Astoria Boulevard, if you took a company like Skanska, who did the airport, the guy who ran that job is a engineer and a half. His name is Mike Vigiano. I think he's the vice president of Skanska now. a real engineer, a real project manager, somebody who sits down and thinks and thinks and thinks the job till he has a plan. And even that, if there's a way of doing it better, even in the middle of, he'll shift it. So this is the type of man he is. I worked on a contract with him in the Corona Yard, so I mean, I've been a fan of his since, and that proved it.
Which airport is this?
LaGuardia.
LaGuardia, okay.
And he had that job. The thing would have been over with. Number one. You know how many times they dug a trench and then filled it up again? 5 times. 5 times. You're digging the same bloody hole, you're emptying the same thing, and you're putting stuff in it, and 5 times you're filling it up again. You don't do that. You put your steel plating up. You've already got it in place. And when you finish, you walk away from the job. 5 times they filled it, 5 times they resurfaced it, and also they blocked the drains, which they, you understand? They don't want to show that the drains are too bad. They don't want to show the Con Edison's bad. You know, the only guy that hit Con Edison was Cuomo. They hit him with a $200 million fine, and they got stuck with it. The stuff that they were supposed to do, they did bad. They caused damage. This lady is up there, she doesn't have those kind of stones. And the mayor,
This is LaGuardia?
Yeah.
I haven't seen a plane landed.
well, they were yesterday because he was around. Flights were canceled or rerouted. Okay?
This is a major airport, right? I thought it was a regional airport when I passed by. I didn't realize it was LaGuardia. I live in the city, so I'm hardly ever in Queens.
Where? Where do you live?
55th and Broadway.
I lived up in I lived up to 75th and Broadway.
Fairway.
I was born and raised in Women's Hospital, which doesn't exist anymore, which was 100 and...
So you were close to Fairway. Sid Rollins. Yeah.
But yeah, the city was nice. But we had to move out because of kids. But again, this is a major airport. If you go out there,
But
they
how come there are no
expanded
flights
this thing.
today? Have you heard a plane land?
You know what I think is happening? They're expecting a storm. They're expecting a storm up here. Doesn't look like it, but they're expecting one. Later on, maybe about 9 or 10 o'clock, and that may have something to do with the rerouting. I don't know. But it's kind of odd, isn't it?
Well, to sum it up, I told you I went to the restaurant on 54th and Roosevelt. And it's in the New York Post. The mayor went to this restaurant. It's bullshit. That restaurant, maybe, you know, every time it rains, you have water damage, floods, right? But the way he said it was ravaged. That's the word he used, ravaged. It was never average.
He's good at it.
So when I heard him back in this area, I said, let me come and see what's the difference. But now I'm seeing real damage.
Let me tell you, you should have seen. You should have seen how this was lined up. Stuff stacked up that high. We were lucky because.
Are you going to get help from insurance? Or?
Well, you file the insurance claims. The insurance is not going to do much, if anything. Supposedly FEMA's supposed to step in and help us out. We don't know. Meanwhile, you've got to do some rebuilding.
There's a truck, a military truck,
Yeah.
and they're handing out
Leaflets from
information,
FEMA, yeah, they're handing out the information
So you got it, right?
Yeah. File the claims. I filed with the with the insurance company with State Farm this morning, and because they told us the state came down and they had reps out, and they said, well, we don't know when people are going to show up, and if it is, but we want you to do this. File a claim with the insurance company and file at the same time a claim with us, so that we already have it on record that you have issues and you have damage, and FEMA, when it steps in, they'll already see that you're on that list. And I thought that was well thought out. The governor was down here, the lady, she was here. I heard a story that some woman went and berated her and they got into an argument. Well, I don't know if they got into an argument, but they said that she was pretty nasty to her. And then later on the cops stepped in and she was telling the cops, let's go outside. I said, well, this is New York, anything can happen, you know? But yeah, you know, it's again,
I'm gonna go look other places. I went to the alley.
you got to go down, boom, okay, down to 85th. Right?
85th. I'll go down to 85th.
Okay, you look at there in the alleys and so on and so forth, and all these people then cross the avenue. They may still have garbage out there.
Okay.
Because that side of the avenue, because we were lucky, we had some young group, and they set up a communications network, and it worked very, very well. And they were helping us. They made the calls and back and forth. As a community group pressure then was applied, and so we have some response. Listen, enjoy.
Thank you so much.
I have a D80.
This is Sony. It's a point and shoot.
Sony. Oh, I thought it looked like an old Nikon.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a D80 Nikon that I bought 1,000 years ago.
Film or digital? Digital.
Well, it's a common. It's got it's not electronic completely. The lenses are there.
But
Right?
do you put film in?
No.
Okay, so it's digital.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I've got an old Miranda G, which is. Can you get film?
Yeah. B&H. B&H. Have you
They
ever
carry
been there?
35
Oh
millimeter.
yeah, there's still
You're serious?
a tiny little. Oh, definitely. You can get black and white. You can get Velvia, Reala.
And who
everything.
develops? Are you develop at home, or you send it out?
Not anymore. I don't do film. I do digital. I don't do film anymore. But there are places in Manhattan, Dugal.
Okay.
It's on 21st and 5th. Dugal.
Okay.
They still do. It's expensive, you know. But it's not real black and white. If you like black and white, it's not real black and white. To get real black and white, you have to go to places in Brooklyn. Because what they do, you know what a seed process is?
Yeah, yeah.
It's color. And they remove the color. That's not black and white.
It's more of a seed film.
Yeah. But they just remove the... But real black and white in Brooklyn, it's expensive. It's super expensive. It used to be cheap, right?
Yeah.
Because it's black and white.
It's either that or you gotta set up your own, your own lab with the tanks
Right.
and everything. Listen,
All right, nice
Be
chatting
well.
with you.
Enjoy.
Thank you so much.
I'm Ray Santiago. Nice to meet you.
Lincoln. That's a real pear tree. It's a real pear tree. I say I never saw a pear tree.
A pear tree?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotcha. What are you taking pictures of the neighborhood?
I'm documenting the damage.
All right, we're at that stage the fridge can go around. You're okay with that?
Yeah. Was the president here today? Yesterday. Okay. Are you gonna get help?
I think so, yeah.
Good luck then.
Thank you.
Take care. Hello. Good day, sir. Did you guys get as much damage as next door?
Hey, what?
Did you get as much damage from the flood?
Everybody got that. Everybody.
As bad as next door?
Yeah, everybody.
Hello. Can I say hi? Can I say hi? Bye bye. Hello. bad was the flooding on this block?
Yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad.
There's
So
an
bad.
there's an alley, like two.
No, yeah, two.
That's
two blocks
really
down,
bad,
so,
yeah. But you how high was the water?
It's flooding my basement.
The basement.
Not on the first floor.
Okay.
My basement, yeah. It's bad. It was bad. It's bad.
Did you ever have flooding before?
No,
This is the first
Hello.
this is the first time.
This is LaGuardia Airport, right?
Yeah, this is the LaGuardia airport.
How come I don't see any flights?
I don't think so. Here, yesterday is Bin Laden also.
Right, it's a major airport, right?
This is major airport. The president is coming yesterday. Then I don't see this.
No.
Less flight from yesterday to today. Less flight.
Take care. Hello. Were you here for the flood? Did you see the flood?
Yes?
The flooding. Were you around for the flooding?
Yes.
Was it really bad?
Yes. We live right there.
So you had a lot of flood waters?
Like up to the basement, not much. Like up to your knees.
Okay.
Our TV got damaged.
First time you saw flooding?
Third.
Third time.
You're the one to cook.
All right, have a good day.
You do.
Hello.
Need right here. Big tires, batteries.
Hello. Do you work here?
No, that's
Oh. Hi. Did you have a lot of flooding here?
Did we have a lot of flooding?
In
Down the block they did.
I saw down the block,
Yeah, not too much here.
but it didn't come up
No,
here.
no.
All right. Thank you, man. Oh, did you get a lot of bad damage up here? As bad as the next block?
Huh?
Was it as bad as the next block?
Yeah, almost like this. Almost. Boiler is the main important. Boiler all that.
Take care. Good luck. Hello. Hi. Did the flood waters get up to this level? The flooding?
De Lando.
Yes. The flooding, did you have flooding up here? Oh.
This is Lando.
Hi, how are you? Did you have flooding up at this level? As bad, not as bad as down there.
Not as bad.
I want to see what was the justification of the president.
I have no idea. I call the insurance, everything excuses. You have to fill up a plate and then go on internet. I'm not good on that. Let me see, I'll show you what.
Ya, ok. Yo voy saliendo con Don Roger.
Let me see,